as the title of the video would suggest, it is me basically showing you how I freeze roti. Here I have paratha or bus up shut, and here I have dal puri. And the reason for me freezing it is, I hate dealing with flour. While I'm not the best at making dal puri, I can handle my stories with the paratha or bus up shut. So my parents, my mom and dad, they winter in the Caribbean. So when they're not around, they usually make a ton of roti for me, and we freeze it because my daughters and my son, Zaya loves roti now to the point where he even calls my mom when he sees her Roti. Long story. Anyhow, how to freeze it? It's very simple. You can just stick it in the freezer, but you want something that would allow it to remain nice and fresh when you stick it back in the microwave, or however it is you want to warm it up later. Now, while my mom and dad had to rush home because two family members passed away and they had to go home, they didn't sort me out. My sister, who owns a Caribbean restaurant, a sort of a roti shop, she sorted me out with dal puri and as well as the paratha. And I'm going to show you what I have here. And first of all, these are just containers from the dollar store. Nothing fancy. But what I did inside, first of all, you want to wrap them individually. So I'll just open up a bag here and show you. And this is the dal puri roti here. It's wrapped up individually, and that is key because later on, when to get it out as you need them, you will need to take one out or two, or how many you want to thaw out to eat. And what I like doing is when I put it back into the Ziploc, I try to squeeze all of the air out. Now I do own a vacuum sealer, but I'm not trying to open and close and seal back and all kind of thing like that. So it's nice and tucked in there. And now what I would do, and the reason for the second, so we have 3 layers of protection. One, they're individually wrapped in paper. That won't really protect it all that much. The Ziploc or the freezer bags will, but to add that another layer to let it last for 3, when my parents leave in December, I don't see them again until maybe April, May, June. Now, when they make 20, 30 roti or so at a time, and then, we have it for the whole winter. But I just want to make sure it lasts the entire winter. So then you put it into another plastic container, sealable, and it is important that you label it, because after a while in the freezer, even in the containers, they will start looking the same. And I do the same for when I process pork and beef and chicken and stuff like that, and I freeze it in advance. And so I write the name dal puri, and when I froze it or when I freeze it, simply because once this is done, if my sister were to bring some more down for me, I will then know which is, before it's all done, which is fresh and which needs to be, the older one, I will use up first. After you put it in there, you tuck it down nice and tight, and you snap it on. And boom, you have it all preserved there. It's didn't go down all the way. There we go. We hear that snap. You want to hear that snap. So every time you want, you're feeling peckish for a little curry and you want your dal puri or your paratha or whatever. And here's the thing. I'm lucky. The good days, my mom and dad is around, they will make it for me. But you can also go to your local Caribbean / Trinbagonian, whatever restaurant you get your roti from. And notice, at no point did I use the word skin. That is very offensive in my humble opinion. A plain roti is a plain roti, a plain dal puri, a plain paratha without any curry in it. So we ain't using the word skin. We need to stop that. We're not trying to normalize the use of the word roti skin at all. It's offensive. Anyhow, so we got paratha, we got dal puri, we got the date, we got single package, we got it into a Ziploc bag, and we got it into these containers. These containers are reusable. So you're thinking about, Chris, why not put some scotch tape on top there or some masking tape and put a date? Yeah, you can do that. You can certainly do that. But a little alcohol swab, boom, 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 and I can clean that up later, and later on I can use it over. So Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Now you know how Uncle Chris, Lazy Man Chris, when it comes to making roti, saves his roti for almost 3 months plus in the freezer. You thaw it out, you heat it up in the microwave, with especially the bus up shut. You thaw it out on the countertop. You wrap it up in a tea cloth or in some paper towels, stick it in the microwave, and that sort of steam from being in that cloth and the microwave action, boom, bam, you have a nice silky, warm up, nice roti to just cozy up to. Anyhow, first recipe, well, not a recipe, first video for the year 2023. Nice things coming, man. Irie? Irie.